So I'd like to invite Philip from Creative Ideaz to come up and start the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hi, my name is Philip from Creative Ideaz. I'm going to talk about digital strategy using RACE framework and SOSTAC approach for the planning. Just before I start, I would like to know how many of you guys are involved in digital marketing or have some experience, so I can see what term I need to keep. Okay.
What do you mean by involved with?
Basically, involved is taking care of those responsibility responsible for day-to-day activities involving digital marketing. Okay, so we'll start with the agenda for today. We're going to introduce ourselves. We're going to talk about why it is important to have a digital strategy. We're going to talk about RACE framework, what is the importance of it, and how you can use it effectively. Then we'll talk about how to create a digital marketing plan. And then we'll talk about using digital marketing plan with a RACE framework. And the next bit will be how it can impact your business, like having the right framework, what value it can bring on to the table. Then we have a question and answer. Starting with who we are. We are a digital marketing agency based in Birmingham City Centre. We are into this business from last 12 years. Our main motto is to make businesses successful online. We are passionate about adding value to our customers' business. We are a team of 22 designers, developers, and optimizers. Our philosophy is organic growth. Our main key focus area is how we can help businesses grow organically rather than spending heavily on paid channels. As you guys know, every business differs from one to another, so we are very much focused on bespoke solution rather than blanket solution for all type of businesses. Okay, let's start. Come straight to the topic. Sorry, a little bit. You guys need to tell me if I'm going quite fast, because to me, I was assuming that most of the delegates will have a bit of experience in it. But if there is any question, you can ask me. Slow down, repeat that again. I don't mind. So we have identified 5 top reasons to have a digital marketing strategy. The first one is just to have a direction. This will provide you which direction you need to go towards when you consider doing business online. As dynamics changes rapidly, business is shifting very fast from high street to online. If you have not a clear vision which direction you're going and where you need to be, you will find problem hitting your objectives. Second one, most important, is knowing your audience. Online is a marketplace where you can't have the same message for all. You ask any business, who is your target audience? Most of them say, oh, anybody, which is a very dangerous approach. You need to figure out who exactly is interested in my product. What is my value proposition? Why they are going to come to me? So yeah, most of the business who think digital strategy is not required, this is one of the most important reasons that you should have one. Next one is obviously optimizing your resources, because we all got limited budgets. We can't have some unicorn or some venture capitalist investing in our business that here's the money, trial it, make errors, and learn. So we have to make sure we optimize our resources, and for that reason, strategy is required. Then powerful value proposition for your customer. Identifying what my customer needs, what is his pain points, and why he will spend money to buy my product or service. What value I'm adding to his business or his life by giving my service. Without that, it is difficult to convince your target audience to have your services or your product. Finally, it will establish a core metrics to measure which direction you're going towards, how you're doing, what is lacking, what is working, what is not working. So all those are the 5 key reasons that you may need digital strategy. Let's start with the RACE. RACE covers full customer life cycle, or you can say marketing funnel through. It starts with a plan, then act, convert, and engage. We'll go into detail in a minute. When we talk about RACE, reach is the first criteria to understand how we're going to reach our audience, where our audience are, which channel we need to use to reach them, whether that is going to be organic Google, or it's going to be social media, or it can be PR. That all will depend on where your audience consume the content. Then within reach, we need to see a key parameter of that is how much increase we are going to get to our website. If we are getting 20 visitors a day now, and my objective is to have a 200 by end of quarter, how much we are increasing on an ongoing basis as per our plan. So reach will address that objective. Then is how we can maximize the reach over a period of time using multiple interaction. Interaction means to say it can be through search engines, it can be through PR, it can be through social media. All the channels all comes under reach. When it comes to adding traffic to your website. Act is a short form interact. Like once somebody reach your website, what message you want to convey, how are you going to talk to them, what exactly the next action you want your customer to take, that all comes under act. Act is basically a call for action from your user who is on the website wanting to buy the product or want to know about the product, or just want to buy, basically get to know your company because he find your company more trustworthy as compared to your competitor through the message you are giving. Here we can define actions in our funnel as a top level goal. That can be somebody came on our website, what will be the next step I want him to take? I want him to ring my phone number. I want to add to cart or sell. Those all can be top level goals you want to achieve through act. For a registered member, it depends on priorities for any business. Some will have just sign up to newsletter because they want to stay in touch. They will feed drip feeding mail campaigns over a period of time, and then they look into what product or services they have to offer. And finally, the convert, the core one. In convert, we will cover. We got the client from our reach. We have given him a message how he needs to take second step from landing on our pages. Now comes how you need to convert him, how you will make him as your own customer. That steps will be covered under convert. This is what exactly you want user to do next when it comes to your achieving your goals. It involves getting your audience to take next vital step and turning into paying customer. And it can be online transaction or offline. Some retail unit have a both segments where they're selling online, at the same time they want you to visit their store to do a product for big ticket items like sofas or anything expensive. User like to see in person. So the convert goal can be visiting your store. Then comes engage. Once customer buy the product from your business or taken a service of your business, what they're going to do next? How are you going to retain them? Engaging them is a basically exercise where you can build up a long-term relationship with them, keep on feeding them after sales service, or at least building your reputation through them while engaging your existing customers. This will build your customer loyalty, build your repeat business. As you guys are aware of, having a new customer to dealing with the existing customer is 70% more likely to convert rather than spending new budget to acquire new customers. So engage plays very important role in nowadays internet marketing because information is fairly available in multiple sources. Anybody who want to make a decision to buy something, they just simply goes to review how they have dealt with their existing customers. Before I take out their services, will they take care of me? Or are they trustworthy? Engage will answer those questions for your user. Engagement can be measured by repeat actions. Repeat share, sales, sharing social content, leaving review, how many repeat customers you get on your website. You can check that from Google Analytics. How many new users, how many repeat customers, what action they are taking. That all will cover under engage. We are going to cover in detail. This is just an introduction about race framework. Hopefully, race made sense. Anybody want to have any question on that regard? We will have a full session after the presentation. But anything is not clear about race framework, you can ask me now. Any questions? Shall we move to next step? Good. Digital marketing plan using SOSTAC model. This is a planning model using with race. We'll look into that in detail. So first of all, what is SOSTAC? When we talk about planning framework, what exactly the SOSTAC stands for? SOSTAC, S, capital S, stands for situation. That means where your business is at the moment, currently. What are you doing? What are the plus and minuses? How it is helping you to move towards your objective. Like where you are now, simple question. Performing your SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, threat for your business. It will answer your question about situation. Strength can be that you have a relationship with the suppliers or manufacturer, you are already existing business with the offline store. So I'm just talking about the product sale or the services. That is your strength, you are experienced. Weakness can be you are late entering online marketplace. There's other people who have already started the business and they are ahead of you. Opportunities can be regulations are changing. They are putting some sort of import tariffs for Chinese product, and yours are British made, so you have a chances of selling more British made. So these all comes under opportunities. That can be if trade opens with China, it will be free trade, and your product can be out of business. So yeah, you can look into those personally, because as a business owner, you will have a better idea what exactly you are doing at the moment. In situation, we will recommend you to review your different aspects of micro environment, including customer, competition, intermediary, who all are important when we talk about online marketplace. Second, for any business, when we start business, we have objectives. What do we want to achieve? What is our short-term, long-term, and medium-term goals? That will be covered under objectives. Where we want to be, simple. Where we want to be, a vision from the stakeholder, from the management. Our business is doing X figure now. We want to be here in 12 months, 24 months, 36 months, depending on up to what kind of time frame you want to forecast or you want to do business as. Then you can have objective for a different digital channel individually. One is our business objective. Then we will talk about what is objective when we talk about organic traffic, pay-per-click traffic, social media traffic, or PR traffic. What do we want to convert out of that? I will go in detail in a minute about it. So right now I'm just giving you an overview of objective as a generic term. 5 S's: speak, serve, save, sizzle. Those are the main ones which you need to identify. What is the tone of your message, how you want to serve your customer, what value you're bringing in terms of saving, how excitement is added when somebody look into your product or is interested in your product, and finally, how you sell. This is the main bit when we come to strategy. Now, to achieve your objective, how will you get there? That will come under the strategy. This will summarize key decisions about segmentation, targeting, proposition, development of your product or service. Then we're going to look into tactics. We are still discussing SOSTAC. T in SOSTAC is for tactics, where we need to know what methods we are going to use and what will be our communication tools, what will be our marketing mix, what will be our CRM, and what will be the mode of our digital communication, which channels we will use. Those all will be covered in the tactics. And the last one is actions. This is this is second last. After that, there will be control C. Actions will be about what is the action plan, what will be the changes required in the management, what skill sets you have, what skill sets you need to outsource, who is going to do what, and what are the key responsibilities, and the project management skills. All will come under actions. Then the last one is C for control. Whatever objective you have, what resources going in, control will be the checks and balancing. Saying that you had a 90 days plan, this is what we initially had as our objective. These are the channels we are using. What controls are in place, how I'm making sure what I originally planned, I'm staying on the budget and hitting my goals. If something is not working, you have to cross that at this time. Something is working, you have to divert your budget towards which one is giving you return on investment. Not waiting for 6 months or a year. We recommend 90 days SOSTAC time rather than doing long term. So sooner you realize there is a mistake in control, you will rectify before it is too late. I'll give you some example. We have seen a businesses going out of business just because they were too dependent on pay-per-click channels. Didn't realize, like earlier the pay-per-click channel was cost effective, didn't check it for 7 to 15 days, realized they gone over budget, they had a budget for next 60 days already gone down the drain in 15 days. So they have no budget now for paid channel, and their organic channel was not strong enough to feed their business. So anything small like that, if it is not controlled effectively, can be very damaging for small business I'm talking about here. Even for medium business, because if you're a stakeholder responsible for managing the budget of, let's say, 5,000 a month, and it's all gone in a week, you are answerable how I'm going to deliver for next 21 days. Here you have all the checks and balancing will be clear to you. Okay. Now we're going to talk about how we are going to use RACE framework effectively. What comes under RACE? Reach to build awareness on other sites and drive web presence. Simply mean you have a website, you are either telling them in person, I've got a website, these are services I offer, this is my business card, visit me. Or second option is having your branding that strong that people search you for your brand. Or third thing is having your authority that good that people searching for your product and services, you become number one in Google, because Google see that this is authority. This is the company who can serve my user who are searching for his service. Is the most trustworthy. So you must have seen the change in Google listing nowadays, where they put down local listing because they want you to deal with the local companies with reviews. So you can see what is the trustworthiness of those companies, and then national companies or local companies who got a strong authority. What are the channels you can use for reaching out to your customer? Acquisition strategy, organic. This is the most cost-effective and medium to long-term solution for any business to expand their reach on their target audience. Organic SEO, I mean to say, is you have a product, let's say you're a dentist, you are a specialist in Invisalign treatment, and you want to highlight that for a certain geolocation, or you got a national coverage and you want to highlight those. You want to be listed on each and every city. Organic can be providing you the most cost-effective way of spreading your brand, reaching to your audience. The second one will be paid ads. Paid ads is, how many of you have used paid ads? Okay. Paid ads is a service provided by all major giants now, Google and Facebook. Their main source of earning is paid ads. On top of organic, you will see 3 or 4 paid ads from the people who are bidding on particular keywords. Paid ads can be very expensive and can be cost effective depending on what is your objectives. If you have a budget, like say 10% you want to put on as a return on investment for your product, which is for £10, you are willing to pay £1 for every conversion, not every click, then it is pretty good. and it is pretty good if you have a new business or new product to launch and you want to see as a trial how user is behaving. Okay, that can give you inside information to create your interesting or convertible landing pages. And next one is affiliate or partner marketing. Here you can pay like-minded people who have a business website like your product and services, or who are not direct competition to you, but their services directly related to your service. For example, if company is IT company and some other company is providing IT equipment, this company is a software developer, this company is a hardware, telecom services, voice over internet. The good chances is when they work together or refer each other's service, they can have a partnerships or providing affiliate links to each other, where cost is not coming out of your pocket, it is only on a referrals, only on the sales. So yeah, pretty cost effective way of reaching your audience. Then is online PR. This is an influencer marketing which is getting more popular nowadays. Influencer marketing is somebody who has authority in a sector. They got very powerful for social media. There are so many influencers who are making billions in a YouTube or Facebook. What they do is they endorse your product, kind of that, which is not legit from social media point of view. They say we have used it and this is what we are recommending based on our experience. Very powerful for fashion, very powerful for cosmetic treatments, very powerful for visuals. So yeah, that is another method of reaching your audience. Reach methods will vary from target audience point. So the basic point will come back to target audience, then developing all the strategy based on those. Social media marketing becoming more popular and every day passing by. Basically, we see most of the conversions from social media, which is almost as if there is a mix of the traffic, we see 30% coming from social media now. Almost the conversions are not that high from social media, but touch point is very powerful. Like user do go to your organic or pay-per-click search, then the next thing they go is your social media to check how you're engaging with your customer, what value you are adding to your existing customer before coming back to your website, direct customer to buy the product. So there is a 3-4 touch points when any user convert. Some of your business might consider 3 out of them, some might be 4 out of them, entirely up to the preference or objectives of the business, which you can actually check after 90 days again, or you're going to check on a weekly basis, but at the 90 days you will see a clear picture how exactly user is behaving, where my funnel goes towards, and which channel I need to strengthen. KPIs for reach, I only focus on 2 KPIs. KPIs will vary from stage of the framework. In reach, the most important KPI is unique visitor. The key objective of this exercise particularly is how many unique visitors are going up for me. That is what we are going to measure. If there is a 10,000 visitors, I've gone for 3 channels. My goal was to increase those 10,000 to 15,000 in a quarter. That is one I'm going to check. If that is 15,000, I would say it's ticked. My goal objective is achieved. I'm okay. The money we spend is justified. The second one is audience share. This is a little bit detailed. If you guys want to find out audience share, you can do a Google Keyword Planner and you will see what kind of share for your product and services you are having. At the beginning, your target might be your current situation, you might be having a 1% of audience share. End of the campaign, after 90 days, you want to have a 5%. You can always compare the money I invested in. Does it my audience share, yes or no? Making next decision based on that. Everything needs to be based on facts or figure rather than gut feeling. Digital marketing is all about what exactly response we are getting. Act and convert are combined here rather than highlighting them individually because they are very much similar exercise need to be done when you consider act and convert. This is to engage your audience, converting them into sales, and hitting your marketing business objectives. Strategy can be conversion rate optimization, the first one. Let's say you got 100 visitors, you're converting 2 out of them, that means you're converting 2%. Your business objective for the money you're spending in or your benchmark for your business is 5%. how to reach there. That conversion rate optimization will help you in that. Doing conversion, there's methods of doing conversion where you can record user journey on the desktop, doing some sort of surveys, what you like, what you didn't like, looking into the add cart page dropouts, giving them a phone call, sir, what was the problem? I can see that you were on up to add cart page, you have dropped it, what was the problem? Either it's a trust issue or some errors or something. That all can be only fixed through conversion rate optimization, a regular exercise. Some landing page might be perfect for 3 months, but after that user behavior change, they are no longer valid. So it is ongoing exercise to keep your conversion in check. Lead generation techniques, this is basically off-page and on-page combination where you have spread your brand or done one presentation or one campaign and you want to check what kind of lead generation you're getting from that particular campaign. Keeping your analytic updated for that particular campaign so that you can see whether that's profitable or not, or we have to repeat it or not based on that. Landing page optimization is very much linked to your conversion optimization. However, landing page optimization is a kind of trial you can do using your pay-per-click channel. You can have multiple landing pages with a different variation, seeing which one is understanding more pain point of the customer, where they're spending more time, less bounce rate, and converting more sales. You can put that as one, the past one as to the main site and scrapping other landing pages. So we're talking about having a multi-variations of landing pages here. Yeah, this is A/B testing, which is what I was already discussing about. Landing page A/B testing. One is landing page for your product and services on your main website. Then another one is having 2 or 3 landing pages from pay-per-click point of view, which you can see which one is interacting better, and replacing your main landing page with the one which have passed your criteria. KPIs here will be bounce rate. Why I put down bounce rate as a KPI? Are you guys aware of what the bounce rate is?
Yeah.
Good. Bounce rate is pretty critical. It can vary from sector to sector, but we have seen if it is a product-based website, anything over 40% is high bounce rate. For services, anything over 50% is high bounce rate. If it's a single product website, anything over 20% is high bounce rate. So it is a benchmark depending on which business or trade you are. There is no uniform bench rate for any business. It varies from business to business. Page per visit. Like if the user comes on your website, how many pages they go from, let's say, they land on the home page, they gone into the services page, they gone into contact, they filled up the form. That is a complete funnel. Page per visit will be important. If somebody coming on the home page not going to the next page, something is wrong. You need to fix that issue, you need to address that concern. You need to revisit your audience profile, you need to revisit your pain points and come back to solve that problem. Product page conversion, that's the most important to hit your business objective of making profit. If your product page is not converting, kind of game over. So doing it from scratch, just going back to your customer pain points, looking at the persona, looking at the user journey, and then making the product page right. Might be a trust issue, might be the information issue, might be the quality of the image issue. So those all are worth looking into when we talk about act and convert KPI to monitor. Revenue goal value per visit. This is a key KPI for the business who are selling related products. If somebody is providing a bike, giving a bike and selling a service on as an added service, a service as a additional revenue generating source for the business, you can always increase the net sales value because customer is already on your website and you want to make most out of him, either through engaging or giving him related products. So that can be another KPI when we talk about convert, because overall value of the basket will go up. Last one is engage. This is improving your retention rate through building relationships, which asking them to leave a review for your Google page or Trustpilot, communicating with them on advising, you have bought this product from us, that after 6 months, this is a possibility of for developing. Why don't you consider us to provide you service? Or you have taken Invisalign treatment for dental practice. After 6 months, you are going to expect these kind of results. If you are not expecting that, please give us a call, because once they get in touch with you, you are engaging, you are providing good quality customer service. Or sending them a message, personalized message, not one email to all the customers, individual drip feeding campaigns depending on what service they have taken from you and what service you want to convert. Or if your goal is to simply having a reference from them, so feeding them with the discount voucher for the next thing they want, or if they refer to the friend, like most of the big companies like Virgin Media do, they give you a 10% off voucher for your next purchase if you refer a friend. So yeah, it's entirely depend on what is your objective when you're engaging that customer. The method you can use is content marketing. Content can be through social media, content can be through your emails, content can be through just a related product that you're launching, new product, and being you as existing customer, we're giving you special discounts, promotional emails, newsletter. Overuse of those are pretty dangerous, where people will start ignoring your newsletters completely. We have seen anybody sending more than one newsletter every 15 days normally goes in a bill, no matter how many times you have bought product or services from the company. So users don't have a time. We all got, as soon as we like now 2 hours out of office, when you guys go back, you will have a 20 emails to check. Out of those 20, 15 will be useless. So we need to make sure we understand our user, we don't waste their time. Just give them which we think we are bringing value for them. Drip feed is the best method. Blanket mail, not advisable at all. In today's day and age, that is finished, basically, marketing service where you are investing money for no reason. Customer service and support, this is the key to win business for long term. Providing the support they need, providing the service they need, keeping in touch, just saying hello after a month will make a big difference in engagement, because you are reminding them you are alive and you are there to take care of them for the money they pay you. Social CRM, this is actually having if you keep date of births or anniversary dates, just sending them the message of happy birthday, happy marriage anniversary, developing a contact of keeping in touch. Life is so busy, we normally don't sometimes forget the birthday of a close one. And if you remember your customers, they will obviously feel that, yeah, I'm getting return on my investment, somebody's taking care of me. It is a clear perspective. KPIs to monitor is unique visitors and fans. Again, how many unique visitors you are getting through engagement and how many fans you are adding to your social media page. Again, audience share for this particular exercise. Revenue and goals per visits from your repeat customers will be another KPI you can keep aside when you're planning your social media customer service budgets. For marketing, you can see, okay, for my £1,000, I have to have 30 repeat visitors buying from me. I have to increase my repeat visitor share by X amount, and I have to increase that many fans. Those can be your goals for the budgets you are having in mind. Okay, now finally we are coming to SOSTAC. Now we will look into our SOSTAC plan, what we reach on every stage. Before I start there, did I make that option clear how reach can be actually used, where how you can have more audience added, how it works at act and convert, and how do you engage the customers? Anything at that stage? Any questions from anyone? All good? Okay, let's move on to SOSTAC model of planning. Bless you.
Thank you.
We will start with situation. So we'll divide that into 5 columns. The first column is plan, reach, act, convert, engage, but for situation only. So in a plan, what we can do? Current situation based on customers, business, competitors. We can write our one small plan. Here we are, I'm turning out 500,000. I have a regular customer 50. My competitors are these guys. I need to be at par with him. How? With this one, actually, we are not going to use how yet. We're just going to see reach. What is my current reach? What is my current search volume? How many organic visitors I'm getting per day, per week, per month? And what is my social visibility? That is your current reach level at the moment, today. Then what method I'm using to identify customers? How much I know about my customers? That will be next. What is my engagement model? That will be your current situation. So you need to ask those questions to yourself. If I have 20 customers, do I understand them well? Do I know their profile? What is their age group? What is their income level? What is their frustration? What is their motivations? Why they will buy my product? These are a few questions you need to know. This is your conversion funnel, current conversion funnel. When somebody comes to the website, what action they take before they convert. So that is something you need to be aware of before you make up your marketing plan. Then what is your value proposition? What exactly your product means to your customer? You need to make that clear. And is that one showing on my website? Is that the one I'm talking to my customer, I'm telling them this is what I'm adding value to your business or to your life? Then we look into engaging. What is my current method of engaging my existing customers? Where the gaps are? Am I doing good that side? Or there is some changes I need to make? So situation part is covered. We'll go to the next one where we will talk about objectives. Again, we have divided that into 5 columns. Same exercise again. Plan, writing down where you want to be. And within that, if it is a medium to large company, you need to have a management dashboard. So if the company director given us a budget, we need to show you what return on investment we are going to give you. What will be the online revenue plan from them, and what are the brand preference we're going to use to hit our objectives. Then we're going to look into reach, how much we have to target individually. Here we're going to talk about unique visitors or impression share we will increase. Currently we are having 10,000 visitors, we want to go up to 15 in the month of November, 20 because it's Christmas and my products are doing the best in Christmas, and I have to improve my share of the search volume as well. In the share of search, what I mean to say is, let's say somebody is into a business and they want to find out how many searches are there for my product. If there is 1,000 searches, how many of them are clicking for your website? That is the share of search I'm talking about. For example, we can talk about, I'll come back to Invisalign again. For Invisalign within Birmingham, Invisalign dental practice, there is 3,000 searches. So any dental practice who want to target that, he said, okay, I need a 10% of that share. So he's looking for 300 clicks from that particular keyword. Then he can talk about long tail related to it. That can be his reach objective. Act, we will look into current lead conversion rate. Right now, if my website is converting at the rate of 1, we have a goal set for that is to 5 or 10, depending on what business we are in. I'll give you the rough idea of the benchmark. For services, conversion rate is over 6%. For products, which is competitive, Amazon or you can buy on eBay as well, the conversion rate is 2%. For one item, unique product, which you can't buy from many places, 15%. So it will vary from business to business. Then is goal value per visit, how much you want to sell, what will be the most cost effective or will provide you return on your investment. That will be the goal value per visit. Then you are going to talk about inactive bounce rate or visit duration. Add to cart is if somebody come up to that level at end of funnel but have not paid. That is very, very important. That can make a drastic difference in your conversion if you take care of that part. Then how much you're spending per lead just to bring them on your website, how much money you're spending. Then you might have to take care of how much you spend on acquisition. For every sale, how much budget you need or you need to have to keep your profitability right. Then we talk about conversion, sales conversion rate at the moment, average value of order, cost per acquisition. This is going to be key for management point of view or from your business point of view if it is a small business. If you are selling a product which is for £200, the profitability is £50, the cost of acquisition shouldn't increase more than 20-25%. Otherwise, it will impact your profitability very badly. The case I was telling where person gone a little bit into bankruptcy, their cost of acquisition gone up 100% for 15 days, and that's it. They didn't have a budget for 3 months now. Engage is in objective. What kind of satisfaction level you want to achieve? You want to have a 4.9 review level, or 4%, or you are seeking 5 up to 5. So that is a goal or objective you can define for your business, because they are very much interrelated when you talk about all other exercises. Then what is a repeat conversion rate you want? What you want to sell to your existing customer in the next 6 months to 1 year? Then how the social market share you want to have, how much you want in your business sector? That all are the objectives you can define at this level. Then comes the strategy part, planning part. In that plan, you can have a segmentation, targeting, brand positioning. Those 3 areas you need to look into. In reach, you need to pinpoint what channels and breakdown of the campaigns. So breakdown of the campaign, online and outreach activities need to be planned here. Online research, outreach is through PR, influencers, investment implication on the content strategy to support. So having a budget to put on that side. How much budget we need to implement that strategy. This is going to be the key defining for any business. That is, I consider it to be most important as a foundation. Agreeing digital personas, knowing your customer, which is the foundation of anything you are going to do online. If you don't know it, don't bother, don't depend on your website to web designer to design a website which will talk to your customers. You have to tell them, or you have to identify or understand, out of these 10 guys, this is my customer. What is different between him and other man? Then you can look into his journey, how he makes the buying decision. What is his most critical thing? Why he will put money here, not with me, or with me, not on that priority. Then you will have a communication clear on the website. Okay, so in strategy that I consider as one of the most important and the foundation building for any business. Then comes to convert. Convert is online value proposition, what you are bringing on the table for your customer and which makes them need it today. Multi-channel integration strategy, if you're selling on a more than one channel, which is offline, online, marketplaces, you need to plan that. Planning in relation to what budget, what message, which products. Then when it comes to engaging, that again you have to put down a value proposition here. Engaging will not be that you will be selling on social media. Selling through social media is very difficult. It is just a brand endorsement. It builds up the reputation. It gives the user a sense of confidence, which is important to have, and it works directly with your website afterwards. Then is the value proposition, content and interaction, like what message you're delivering, how users are interacting with you, and what direction you're leading them from next page. E-commerce strategies means email and social. You are planning drip feeding campaigns here. When we talk about email, it is my always stresses on drip feeding, knowing what stage customer is at, what he will be in next 3 months, and where you want to sell them the product. So if you want to sell them something for Christmas, your drip feeding campaigns should start sometime in August. Sending them a 1 or 2 or 3 mails, final mail should convert him. If it is not, then plan is incorrect. Something need to be revisited next year though, because your event is gone. Okay. Tactics, what tactics we should look into when we are planning? So again, 5 columns. So reach is always working with SOSTAC. Plan, in the plan we're going to look into creating a roadmap for the key activities. So roadmap will look like your event calendar. Today is this day. In next 30 days, these are the activities you're going to do. Then reviewing your marketing mix. What will be my marketing mix looks like? Am I going to focus on pay-per-click this month? Or I'm going to go for more organic when I'm talking about reach? Or I'm going to push more social media. That will be entirely your choice depending on where your audience is. Then is the technology platform and priorities and roadmap. Here we talk about backend of the website, which backend you want to use. Will your backend will give you the facility of invoicing? Will the CMS will have an ability of communicating directly with your CRM, depending on at what level of the business you are and how many things you want to automate, you will pick up your technology platforms. This is in tactics. This is all about reach now. This is where we talk about bringing audience to your website. Search marketing strategy. Sounds very simple. Search marketing strategy. Just hire a SEO guy and he will do it. Doesn't work like that. In this one, you have to have exact keywords or exact communication terminology, what words your user use. When they come on your website, do you want to highlight how you need to make sure they find that they are on the right landing page? Even your title and description tag, is that good enough for click-through rate? If that is just done for SEO purpose, click-through might be poor, and Google for that reason might downgrade your ranking after 6 months because you're on page 1, but only 1 user out of 10 is clicking, not 10, 100 is clicking on that. Then it will be downgraded. It need to be over 5% click-through rate to stay on the page 1 position. So in a search marketing, it is always advisable, go for your main keyword, then all the long tail keywords, and then all the related keywords. Within your content, you need to be talking about those services, at least interlinking to next. Because if user comes searching for a particular key phrase about your product, and that product don't have that phrase, but it's listed in the top of the page, you need to have some sort of internal linking so he can move on to the next page where that product is. Same for your content marketing. Here is more about branding exercise, sending that, publishing about yourself as authority, that I'm the one who is expert in this sector. I'm the one who can take your business to next phase when it comes to the generating revenue. So when you build up the authority, Google can clearly see that. So content marketing is very much related to your organic search growth at the same time. It might not provide you that much direct traffic, but it will definitely give a signal to Google that you are expert in your business sector. Then we talk about social media strategy. Why it is important? Because this is going to engage your customer. This is where they're going to make a decision how good you are treating them. Or it's giving a signal to your new customer how you deal with your existing ones. What value proposition you have. Display advertisement. This is kind of blessing for the businesses who do how to do things, who are selling product which is DIY. So having some sort of display ads or going for a Google for YouTube true view ads where you don't pay till ad is running for 7 seconds is a killer, where the budgets are lower and you can create a decent brand awareness. So again, choices will be you guys, depending on who's your target audience, where they consuming the content. If they are on YouTube, that is the second largest search engine after Google now, why bother search? Why bother anything? Why bother social media? Let's focus on YouTube. Don't have to go in all what I'm suggesting. You just need to figure out where your user is spending time, where I can communicate direct like this, where we are sitting in front of each other and we are talking. That is a channel you need to look into. Search is a medium to long term, so having yourself on the search is always plus point because it adds to your credibility. Now in tactics, you need to look into site lead generation strategy. What is my plan when somebody comes on my website? What I'm going to do next? What will make him feel like this is the one? My this is the one who can understand my pain point and I'm going to deal with this page. Or you can say perfect match, yeah? Then in the conversion rate optimization strategy, this can include what we find in situation, 2% click-through rate. I need 5 for that. What I need to do? I might have to use mouse flow. Have you guys heard of mouse flow? Mouse flow is a screen recording software. You install the script within your website. Any of you user who's using your website, it will record the mouse activity. And if somebody is confused on the pages, you will understand from there, oh, this guy is struggling to add into the cart. Something wrong with the color of add to cart button. I'm going to change that. So that is kind of learning, and that helps you in conversion optimization. You can identify what the problems are on the page rather than just guessing.
Sorry, can you just say what that was called again?
Mouse flow.
Mouse flow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That is your engagement level for email and social. Having a tactics plan for that. Do you want to do Facebook ads, or do you want to push sponsored content, or your clients are the ones who don't like to be pushed? Don't bother. Again, understanding of the one I talked about previous slide, personas and user journey is a key. Don't think that your user is generic and they will like what you do. Pick up only things where they are comfortable. Pushing or hard selling don't work online because you are not in front of them. You can't convince them. You have to just persuade them. You can't just repeatedly bombard the same message. You say, okay, I understand you are on my website. This is the main things we do, and we are the top service provider. And check the reviews we have, and we are going to support you afterwards. Job done. Rather than saying buy, which is not going to work anymore. Because everybody can access anything just with one click. They don't have to travel from here to 50 miles to get the product. It is just on the next click. As business is changing, we need to adapt quickly, and we have to make the changes in our strategy at the same time, at the same speed. Why most of the companies who are doing a traditional business are unsuccessful online this is one of the reasons. Then we talk about Amazon, why that is going that well, becoming the largest company in the world. The gentleman is the richest person in the world. Only thing is putting customers first. Everything to the customers. Anybody who's selling through him, he put them in a very tough phase if they don't provide the service. Give the refund straight away, no question asked, and the feedback is in real time. So yeah, that's where we need to take inspiration from. What is the business model of the guys who are doing that? And they are implementing those goals perfectly by understanding their audience thorough. For action, we need to create a project plan, and we need to create a customer journey mapping. This is again a key, customer journey mapping. How we want customer to act within the website, that will come under actions and under planning of the actions. Implementing digital media channel strategies and campaign based, including outreach. So message for the month, what we're going to do, first month, second month, third month. Now, what results we'll check in control. Then we see what action we take when we plan the actions. It will be implementing engagement and lead generation devices on different platforms. So it might be that your product is suitable for the user who are using mobile phone, and you might have to look into a responsive site with the high speed on mobile phone only. For that, you might have to use a responsive site but no large graphics. So your website will be different to your mobile version. It will be same site, but the content will be hidden. So download speed is fast. Tagging in on the analytic, which platform you're getting the most visitors. So you can go in analytic, you can see user is using which devices and they're accessing your website, which operating system they're using. Go for the majority who's converting, or go for the one which you think, okay, they should have converted because he's using Apple Mac. Operating system is Safari. It is taking 10 seconds to open my website. On Chrome, it is taking 5 seconds. What is the problem with Safari? So you might have to look into that kind of micro things, which we normally ignore. How many of you have looked into the website speed on different browsers? I don't think anyone. But that makes a big difference when you are on mobile or when you take critical decision of picking up the right supplier. Anyway, We'll carry on with the creative content marketing. Marketing assets are your own. What we have realized, stock images being fake. People use the stock images rather than presenting themselves, whatever our looks are. We need to be honest about it. This is who I am, and I'm here for this reason. Intentions are this. People can relate it. They can read into you. But when we try to fake it, if the start is fake, and it will be kind of fake, isn't it? So yeah, being realistic, having digital assets, which is close to your heart, which you think I need to talk about, which I'm proud of, creating some videos about it, creating some videography about it, creating some reviews about it, giving to some user, doing a user journey that they have used our product. This is what the stage they were, this is where they are now, and this is their happiness level. That gives them a relationship building options where you see, okay, people feeling comfortable while dealing with us. And then next is create product and value content assets. This is what I was talking about, where you create assets for the product or services. If you are in a service of a consultancy, you need to tell what value you brought into your existing customer, or how you solve the problem. Or if you are in product, showing a demonstration how the product works. Goes a my part, like just pictures are not good enough nowadays. Then publishing. The important part is, once those are already, having a published plan when something is going live, at what particular date they're going live. Convert. Implementing the user experience. What we learned from the stage one, what our users are up to, what actions they take, why they do what they do. That need to be implementing through the activities you are doing for your digital marketing. Implementing multi-channel integration approach. If you are using multi-channels, copy the same on your Amazon or eBay, so matches stays uniform. And basically relates you completely. Then action is implementing email contact strategies. Let's say you have contacts of 1,000 different customers. Out of that, 100 who bought a product from you, 500 who signed up for your newsletter, 200 who just said, okay, contact me in future when you launch something new. Having a different campaign and having a different drip feeding campaign based on their reaction on the first mail need to be planned. Let's say out of 100 who bought the product from you, you send them one email, thanks for buying my product. This is the product you bought, but that is a related item, related product to that first one. If you are interested, we are giving you 10% off being a existing customer. However, if you're happy with our service, please do leave a review as well. If you're not interested, we request you to leave a review. So at least you're winning something. If they don't do anything, unsubscribe or not take action, you have to move into a different campaign, different mailing list. And the one who convert, you have to put them into a gold star customer that he listens to. So he can be your influencer for the next time. So see how you can use him as an influencer, as an advocate for your product. So this is how you build your advocacy level, the people who can speak on your behalf. When they speak, that will work exactly the same way as we do reference systems here. That will use the gentleman, he is good in this particular service. I have used it, and the trust level is already 80-90%. So yeah, implementing those kind of strategies will be helpful. It will not be right in first 2 quarters, but with the regular practice, it can be achieved. The same applies to social media strategies, and at last, plan to publish the content. The final bit about control. Without that, achieving whole framework is impossible, nearly impossible, because if you don't know you did it, why you did it, what results you achieved, what is working, what is not working, this particular exercise will give you the strength in that area. Again, plan. KPI agreed, everything need to be checked with the key performance indicators, what you originally planned. You had your unique visitors, audience share, social sharing, bounce rate, add to cart percentages, click per acquisition, like what was the cost of acquisition for you, what was the conversion rate, all already planned. You just need to compare with these KPIs now and see what is working, what is not working, why something is not working. Asking about questions give you solutions straight away, but not knowing what to ask is difficult. That's what I say why you need a digital marketing plan, because direction will be not there. So that gives you the direction. This is what I plan to go. This is where I am, and this is right, this is wrong. Okay, next bit will be under control. Fixed responsibilities for actions. Not that all are responsible for everything. The person who is responsible for something, they need to be answerable for it. Not that, oh, I was part responsible. There is no such thing called part responsible. It is full responsibility or no responsibility. Planning and review test of race. So once you plan it, review it, test it, put it live. Not going half fill that contact us page, inquiry form is not working. We have done hard bit, but PayPal integration is not correct. That all need to be tested. Add ideas for future initiative. Because it's evolving, every month something change in online marketplace. So any ideas comes, you need to put that on the side. Okay, this is a fantastic idea. However, I'm in a sprint of 90 days. I can't implement now, but this is worth considering for next management meeting, for next quarter, to implement within our race model. Okay. What do you do in the control? You will look into a gap analysis. You can see I was about to target 100 high performance keywords, 50 long tail keywords. I'm just getting 2% click through rate. What is the problem? More likely it is to do with the title tag and description tag. Or you are looking into reaching the audience where your impression share of particular keywords are high, and you are on the bottom of the page one. For example, if there is a 10,000 searches nationally for keyword, you are on the bottom of the page. Chances are you are getting 2% clicks. If you put a more effort on that page, make it more authority and powerful, and if it moves up by 3 ranks, the chances of your clicks for that particular page will go up by 5 or 6%. So you will end up having 500 to 600 unique visitors added instead of 100. Pushing it a little higher, having a full authority can do wonder for you. And actually, it's cost effective at the same time. The same is your control on the social media expectation and optimization. How powerful it is now. Does Facebook is giving us a credibility, and our user find the content engaging? Are they sharing? Are they becoming fan? Are they hitting the goals? What we had in the beginning. Review the new platform to reach and engage. I'm using SEO, I'm using pay-per-click ads. Is there anything else I need to use if they are not working? Need to be very open. Is the channel which is related to influencer, that is where I need to focus, because people no longer believe on the results shown by Google. Their behavior is changing. They understand Google is there for making money for themselves, and I'm not going to use Google. I need to use somebody who trusts more, which is influencer. Okay, and that gives you the idea that next 90 days I'm not going to spend money on paid ads. I'm going to try this. Then is act and convert actually comes as a same way here in control. You have to look into A/B testing, multivariant of the pages, reviewing them on actually monthly basis. So within a quarter you hit your goals. As soon as you hit your goal, you can keep that for a few months before you review if the drop is there from your target objective of conversion rate. And then you look into site performance and availability review. The site performance, how site is doing overall when there is a unexpected 10,000 visitors on my website, and what is uptime, is it impacting my user behavior? That all will be covered under control here. Then control on email marketing optimization. This one covers your messages and taking control of your mailing list. If your mailing list is not updated, you are still sending an unwanted message, you will have a bad reviews from some users who think you are wasting his time. So controlling that is very important. Not sending a message to somebody who is not even bothered to open your to-do email. Same goes to social media. If you're pushing your Facebook feeds in somebody who's checking photographs of his family, and you're bothering him in his personal time, might not be the good idea. And reputation management is directly linked to that. How you treat people is going to be your reputation, and asking them how you feel my services are, or even if you don't ask them, if you bother them a few times, they will let you know anyway. That comes under control, and finally, we'll talk about how a good digital marketing plan can make a difference. I've listed two of my recent clients out of over 150 clients, that how we implement these marketing plan on those websites and what difference it made. The first one is ISL. This is a company based in Birmingham. They are into skip hire and waste management. They ask us to help them in skip hire service because they have redesigned the website and they implemented an online skip booking system, but it was not working. So we went in. We started again with the discovery of their audience, goal and objective. We found the website they made was not talking to their audience, so we created the new website for them straight away. Developed the personas and user journey. We understood from the business owners and the stakeholder who's their target audience, what is their pain points, what exactly they want to see when they are going to have a skip. We understood their pain points, what exactly the problem they are facing, who they are, and why they want to order, and what are the key decisions they have to think of when they order. Then we created the landing pages to target those, and then we implemented PPC because we have to test the landing pages just to see how user is going to behave when they come on the website. Then we implemented SEO for long term, medium to long term, because SEO, as you guys know, organic traffic improvement takes 3 to 6 months. So the first 3 months were critical for us because the business was down. They were just doing 2 skips a month. Online ordering the system, they spent quite a bit of money. They were just getting 2 skips booked. So we implemented that. Then we put down A/B testing to improve number of leads through paid ads. So we started in October. This is where we redesigned it, and the results are from October to May, which is approximately 8 months. So the traffic volume in October was 150 a month because it's a small, medium size, not even small, medium sized company because their main business is recycling. Skip hire is a part of that business. They had 150 visits a month, unique visits I'm talking about, not repeat visits. We increased that to 3,800 in the month of May 2019. This is all about local business, Birmingham. Online skip booking was 2 a month, and in May it was 110 a month. That is just online, not over the phone. The over the phone is a separate number. Then the phone leads, that is where some people call and book over the phone. That 5 phone calls were on the tracking number, not their main number. The main number for repeat customers are still the same. So we didn't monitor any of those. We can't monitor because that is their branding already established. What value we brought on the table was they were receiving 5 calls a month on their tracking number, that gone up to 730 a month. Second one is a ST Medical Group. This is a cosmetic and aesthetic company launched in Birmingham. Our branch is UK-wide now. Main business is based in Turkey, so they have their marketing office here, which is growing pretty fast. So their problem was similar. They had a website which was dated. We started with the same process again, identifying the audience, identifying the pain points, developing user personas. Yep, user journeys, same method. Then creating a target landing pages for each of the service they provide, with the testimonials, with the frequently asked questions, with what we thought is important for a new customer to know. If you want to let anybody touch your head or face, you need to have 100% trust in them. So we made sure that those all pain points or concerns were addressed when we talk about the landing pages. Then again, SEO for medium to long term, Instagram, we identified Instagram works well for them instead of Facebook because it was very visual. Whatever they do before, after was making a direct impact on the target audience when they see the pictures instead of Facebook. Then we implemented CRO for A/B testing. So here was the results from November 2018 to May. So this is 7 months. Unique visitors were 1,200 a month, gone up to 12,500 a month in May 2019. When it comes to reach, the inquiries were gone up to 40 a month to 750 a month. Then the phone calls from 150 to 1,450. This is again only tracking ones. We are not looking at the one which they are already using. So this number only changed when somebody comes through Google search or paid search. Now, finally, any questions?
Yeah, a lot of these seminars you go to, you'll get a lot of information about Google and YouTube and being the biggest search engines. Can you comment on the other search engines? Is there worth spending any time on those? If so, what would you do?
Other search engine, why basically look into Google and YouTube or Bing? Because 86% market share is way more than spending time on anything else. So your launch share comes from Google. YouTube is second largest search engine from how to building a confidence when you are talking visuals. That's where YouTube is making a, how it used to work in a TV ads, YouTube is replacing TV. So search market is very different. When we talk about the small search engine, if you're publishing content, yes. But if you want results, when you come in the search result of those search engines, might not be. Like Yell.com is an example. They claim that Yell.com is 1% of the market share. Yell.com, the yellow pages, who used to write yellow pages. But when you observe in analytic, you hardly get out of, let's say if your website got 3,000 visits, you get 2 from Yell. So how much time would you like to spend on Yell now? Out of 2,200 from Google. So that is the where key, like we all want to put the effort where we think, okay, results are going to come, and that is where it is worthwhile to put my investment in. Yep.
Yeah.
Do you find that some B2B businesses just aren't very Googleable kind of like industries?
Which one, sorry?
So do you find that some B2B companies just aren't very kind of like Google oriented? Do people aren't really like?
Yeah, their brand is so powerful. Their brand is so powerful that they don't even need Google to.
Yeah, but do you find like we're a video production company, so I think we've done like research on like keyword searches and stuff, and you compare the video production, Birmingham video production, compared to a lot of other like industries and companies and stuff. And for us, it's trying to fit in where our digital marketing plan is in the sense of like Google and SEO and
what you might be doing a little bit in a wrong direction is that you're searching for exact service what you're offering. You might have to go for the related service. Related service might be why they need a video production. So see the reasons for that.
Yeah.
Why they need a video production? Video production is needed because I want to show my case studies.
Sure. So you go around the kind of like case study blog route kind of stuff.
That's it, yeah.
Because you're in the stage of obviously creating landing pages for the PPC and like you just mentioned as well. So
We done some work for the company called Aesthetic. We had his treatment pages, and down the line we found out no, it's treatment pages. You have a search volume for treatment, but it is condition which matters the most to the user. Why they need treatment? So we had a treatment pages, but we added one condition pages. Now interlinking back to treatment. So you have this problem. This is a solution. Rather than thinking that we have to focus on solution only, we have to focus on the problem first and highlighting that we are the solution provider for this problem. Yeah, it's just going around.
yeah.
Like right now, when we provide service, we see 180 vision. However, we need to see a little bit backward as well. 360 vision where, oh, why you need that? Come forward, I can't see you there. Yeah, that's it. There is a definitely business for video production.
Yeah.
Quite a bit. Yeah. Any more questions?
how would you suggest that businesses that don't have a CRM system in place can track leads more accurately? You were talking about moving customers or leads into different workflows depending on their behaviour, and that's something that we're trying to do, but we don't have a lead tracking system where all our leads go in. We have to look at the website leads separately to the phone leads, separately to other leads. In your experience, are there helpful services that can help you to do that, or approaches that work better than others?
I think analyzing point of view, it is a time-taking business, and if CRM is not available, I advise go for some bespoke solution, some small piece of software, which is custom to your needs only. Okay, you got a specific problem, you don't need Salesforce to basically address those problems. You want something straightforward. I just want to check on my phone leads, website leads, references separately, and these are the campaigns I want to do. I actually might be able to do that in some Microsoft Office tools actually.
Okay.
For that kind of, I think you just need advice from some smart IT guy who can put that in place for you. It's not that difficult. It is just manually is going to take time. If you don't use Excel sheet, it will be taking time to do those exercises. But if somebody can come with a small piece of software, a quick exercise, understanding what exactly the problem you're facing, and then giving you the bespoke solution for that, which would not take up more than a month to do that. And that should be, you should be able to do that. We have a company called Nano, our sister company. If you want us to consider and write that for you, we can help you in that regard. No problem at all. Yeah.
There was a lot of information to digest for any business, unless you're sort of expertise in this field. For businesses such as mine and any other who actually are just one-man business, and we need to sort of be digitally thinking, I possibly won't be able to do all what you've just suggested today.
Yeah.
It's virtually impossible. I mean, I could spend my life just doing that as a business on its own. Running as a coaching business, which I engage with people directly on the phone or video chats across the world in different parts of the country, I still want my business to be digitally up there in the marketplace. Can I actually hire somebody to do all that work that you mentioned as a single business person? And what would the cost be associated in terms of such an investment?
I think that is, we can start as a first point of SOSTAC. We are saying, okay, this is a situation, then guiding you, okay, what would be the most cost-effective solutions for you to enter in that marketplace. Rather than looking in all the things, what we need to go back is come back to your current situation. This is where you are. Where is your target audience? Where we can find them?
I have got my target audience, and I actually know who I should be targeting, but I don't have the means or the technicalities of actually directing them through a digital sort of way of doing it. Like, you use SEO and keywords, and I mean, I've done all that kind of stuff on my website, but I still need to understand, is it working consistently, or what more I can do, or should I just hire somebody to say, look, this is the health of your business. You're a single business guy, you're 14 months old in business, you've done already all this, maybe we need to change. It's a little bit of health check, like an MOT on a business, And I think many people are in a similar situation. We put out a little social media tweets here and there. They are great to just say that we are alive, but they are not necessarily a client attraction blueprint, so to speak.
What most of the business nowadays do, just for their own satisfaction. I'm doing Facebook, I'm doing SEO, without realizing what impact it is having.
True.
So when I talk about SOSTAC, why such situation is the first thing to do, just to see, okay, I'm doing SEO, what I'm getting out of it. One simple question.
True.
I'm doing Facebook, what result is bringing? I'm doing this, what is happening? And then highlighting, if it is nothing happening, you need some consultant who can write a strategy for you.
Sure.
And then just go for the 90 days.
I'd rather pay somebody to do something than me fluffing about trying 10 different things which are not working, I focus on what I'm really good at.
That's it.
And I think I was speaking to a gentleman over here from well, from London. From Linden Solutions, who probably works in the same kind of field.
Yeah.
So I might even have a chat with you since you're based in Birmingham. That's even better. Yeah.
I think what would we provide is we can give you at least a reality check. This
Reality
where you
check
are.
is what we all need.
This is
Is our
where you
business
are.
real or not? It is just like, you know, dream that I'm trying to fulfill.
Yeah, just to let you know, this is where you are.
You gotta have a bit of humor in your business, otherwise it can be all serious and dumb and gloomy, you know. And as a coach, I like to inspire people,
100%.
you know, and make them feel, you know, hey, life is good. Even if business is not going, your life is still good.
Oh, being alive is good, isn't it? Being alive is good. So many people died yesterday, so being alive is good.
Yes.
But yeah, structured approach can help, and I think a little bit guidance where you can put that a roadmap. Okay, this is what I have to do. Now it is your choice whether you want to tick that box or not. But we'll tell you what the profit and loss is there.
You could be my digital coach. Yeah, you know, I'm a coach, but I do most of your mental health and, you know, finances and that kind of coaching. But you could be a digital coach because that's what you're good at.
Definitely, we can look into that. Thank you.
Hi, just today's session's been really, really informative, but there's a lot of information in there, and like I've wrote some notes and I thought, tick this, tick that. Is there any chance you can get a copy of the slides? I mean, guys have been sort of
Yeah, we'll
taking
send you more
photos.
structured approach rather than this. I'll send you more detailed.
Yeah?
Where you have a more information about DIY, what exactly you need to do, and if you still need help, you are more than,
Yeah, I mean,
more than happy to help you.
For us, we're going through a rebrand at the moment. We're redoing our website, yeah, and we're going to go that sort of in the new year. And one of the reasons for coming today is like, you know, are we doing some of the right things? But I tell you what, there's a lot. I'd love to sit there and just dissect a few of that information a bit more.
No problem. But if you're doing a website, just go for the first thing. Have you done the personas and user journey before starting the website? That will help.
See, these technical words also get us lost, which obviously you're very familiar with, you know, persona and journeys. I mean, journey is like driving to me in a car, and that's a journey, but you know,
Sorry
digital
about
journey.
that.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Persona, I mean to say how your customer looks like.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
all look very good. All good-looking customers I have.
And from there, why they need your service, what their frustration points are, and how you need to solve those.
Bad weather can frustrate a lot of people. And they can get all stressed out sitting in their vehicles. Like a bad traffic jam. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, but I do get your point. Yes.
No problem.
I'm just making a little bit of humor of this thing because it's just you've sat here listening to a lot of information, you know.
It kept boring. That's why I was asking you what a stand-up.
No, we
music
can't
for
tell you it's
1 hour.
boring. It would be unfair to say it's boring.
Yeah, but we'll be sending. I'll have an email IDs of all the delegates, and I'll forward the email with the contents of the slides, a little bit more detailed, so you can take some action points from there.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
We'll send you some checklist as well, so you can have do a self-analysis. Okay, I'm here, but this is where you go.
Tick box.
Yeah, that's it. Simple tick box. Actually, not tick box. 0 to 10.
Yeah.
Where you find you are.
Scaling.
So scaling level. Just do that. Thank you very much. Thanks for.
Thank you very much.